Ooh, this woman wants to buy some new shoes, but she can't afford them. They cost $1,000, and she doesn't have enough money to buy them. That's so sad. Oh, wait, I have an idea. She can buy them with her credit card. That's a great idea. That way, she can buy them now, but she doesn't have to pay for them now. That's amazing. So let's say today is January 15th. Okay, January 15th, and she buys her shoes today. That means she doesn't have to pay for her shoes until March 9th because her credit card billing cycle is from January 12th to February 12th. And today is January 15th, so she doesn't have to pay for them until March 9th. Okay? Every credit card has a billing cycle, usually a month billing cycle. Okay? If you buy something in that period of time, then your payment date is sometime later, very often like a month later. So look at that. She doesn't have to pay any money for her shoes until March 9th. That is amazing. Okay, now on March 9th, does she have to pay this $1,000? No, she doesn't have to pay this $1,000. She has to pay much less than this. Okay, every month you'll get a credit card statement. In Canada, I don't know about your country, but in Canada, every month I get a credit card statement. You could get it in the mail or, like I do, just online. I just get my credit card statement online. It might look like this. Shoes, $1,000, food, whatever else you buy in that month. And then your payment date is March 9th. And the nice thing is that you don't have to pay this whole $1,000. You actually pay much less. So the woman who bought these shoes, she only has to pay $15.83. That is the minimum payment. Wow. She bought a $1,000 pair of shoes and she only has to pay $15 a month or 2 months later. That's incredible. Now, what is this number? Do you know what this number is? This number is the interest on her loan. Okay, credit cards have an interest rate. That's how credit card companies make money. Okay, most credit cards in Canada have an interest rate of maybe around 19% or 20 or 21%. Okay, that might seem pretty high. Okay, now, does she have to pay interest on this amount? Does she have to pay the 19% interest on this? Not unless she waits till after this date. Okay, so if she pays off this $1,000 on March 9th or before March 9th, then she doesn't have to pay any interest. Okay, like me, I never pay interest on my credit card because I always pay off my credit card. Okay, so she needs to pay this amount before March 9th. What if she doesn't? What if she doesn't pay this off before March 9th? Okay, then she's going to have to pay interest. Now, this 19% is not every month. It's 19% per year. Okay, so let's figure out how much per month. Okay, 19% divided by, or divide into 12 months, okay, is 1.58% per month. Okay, so we take that number, 1.58%, times $1,000, and that gives us $15.83. $15.83. Okay, that's it. So she has to pay $15.83 as her interest payment. Now, every loan has an interest portion and a principal portion. The principal, that means you're actually paying for the shoes. That money is just going to the credit card company. This money is actually going to the shoes. So let's say the woman pays $20 every month on her credit card. That's her payment, $20. That means the interest would be $15.83 and the principal part would be $4.17. Okay, so every month she's slowly paying off her shoes from $1,000, $4 the first month, then every month. So how long is it going to take her to pay off her shoes? Well, it's going to take her more than 8 years. More than 8 years to pay off her shoes. That is crazy. Okay, this is how credit card companies work. That's how they make money. That's why they want to give you a credit card. Because if they give you a credit card, they're probably going to make some money on it. Most people, well, I think most people don't pay off their credit card every month. They make the minimum payment. It's tempting, right? You can buy a $1,000 pair of shoes and only pay $15. That seems so easy, right? That's why credit cards are so popular. At least here in Canada, they're very popular. But the problem with using a credit card is after the 8 years, she will have ended up paying $2,000 for those shoes. Okay, most loans work like that. Even like a mortgage, like a home loan to buy a house, that's called a mortgage. And if you borrow like, let's say $200,000 from the bank, at the end, you're going to have paid double that most of the time. Okay, most people don't understand this. So you need to know that interest is a big deal. Okay, that's how these companies make money. So you're not paying $1,000 for the shoes. You're going to be paying like $2,000 if you take the 8 years to pay it off. Okay, now in Canada, credit cards are easy to get and very popular. I mean, everybody uses credit cards. Nobody uses cash in Canada. For example, I use my credit card for everything. To buy food, to buy clothes, to buy things online, to pay for just anything. I use my credit card. I rarely carry cash in my wallet. So almost everything I buy is with my credit card. That's how popular credit cards are in Canada. But like I said, I don't pay interest on my credit card because I pay off my credit card every month. Okay, so if you pay off all your debt with your credit card, then it's easy. You don't have to pay any interest. Okay, now you might be wondering, where can you get a credit card? Well, the answer is almost anywhere. Okay, from any bank in Canada, you can get a credit card. Also from so many different stores. For example, Walmart. When you go to Walmart, there will probably be someone who asks you, would you like to apply for a Walmart credit card? Okay, then you can just fill in the application. Okay, so to get a credit card, you have to apply. You have to fill in something, give some information. Okay, so you apply, and then in a few days, you'll hear whether your application was approved or denied. Okay, the only reason it's going to be denied is if you have bad credit. Bad credit. If you have a bad credit score. Okay, nobody really understands credit ratings and credit score, but basically there are some companies who gather people's information to see if they are good with money or if they are bad with money. Okay, so if you don't pay your bills, let's say you don't pay your cell phone bill every month, you always forget. That means your credit score is going to be bad, and then it's going to be more difficult to get credit cards or other loans. Okay, so try not to have bad credit. Now, when you get your first credit card, you might have a credit limit of like $500 or $1,000. That's your maximum amount that you can borrow from the credit card company. Okay, so if your limit is $1,000 and you buy some new shoes or some clothes or food, it's going to add up. And then when you hit 1,000, that means you can't spend any more money on your credit card. You have to pay some down off the credit card before you can make more purchases. Okay, so after you get a better credit score, then you can probably get a higher limit, maybe $5,000 or $10,000. Some people even have I think $100,000 of credit limit so they could just go out and buy a car probably on their credit card. That is crazy. Okay, now how do you pay off your credit card? Well, it's very easy. You just make an online payment from your bank to your credit card. Just online. It's very easy. Okay, Canada has one of the best banking systems around the world. It's much better than the American banking system. Okay, we can do a lot of things online, whereas in the US, the banking system is really bad. At least that's what I've heard. Okay, so you just transfer money from one of your bank accounts. Now, your main bank account in Canada is called your checking account. Okay, so you have your checking account that is linked to your debit card. Okay, so your bank card is called your debit card. You can buy things with your debit card, okay, but I use my credit card to make all my purchases. Okay, now some people also have savings accounts, so you can transfer money from one of these accounts to your credit card and you've paid it off. That's it. It's that easy. Okay, now what are some advantages of using a credit card? Why would you use a credit card? Well, here are the three main benefits that I can think of. The first one is convenience. If you want to do online shopping or go to a store, anything, you don't have to pay for it right away. You can just use your credit card, and then later at the end of the month, you can look at all your purchases and you can just easily transfer money to your credit card and pay it off. Okay, especially for online shopping, I find credit cards are very convenient. The other reason is points. Okay, most credit card companies, they offer some rewards or some points that you can spend on food, airline tickets, or in my case, I use my points to pay off my credit card. So every month I get some points and I just use those points to put money toward my credit card. Okay, now the third thing is insurance. A lot of credit cards offer some different forms of insurance for different things. For example, if I use my credit card to book a vacation, then I get, I think it's 10 days of free emergency travel medical insurance. So let's say I book a vacation down to Mexico and I get really sick down in Mexico and I have to go to a hospital or something, then my credit card company will pay that bill for me. Okay, or if you rent a car, let's say you rent a car and you get in an accident or something like that, very often your credit card is good for that. So that's a benefit of using your credit card to buy things instead of just your debit card or cash. Anyway, that's basically how credit cards work in Canada. I would suggest shopping around and looking at the different credit cards. Some credit cards have an annual fee, like maybe $100 a year, okay, to have the credit card. Some credit cards are free to have. Okay, there's so many different kinds of credit cards. You can just go on any of the Canadian banks like Royal Bank, TD Bank, Scotia Bank. Go on their website and click on credit cards and just look at all the different credit cards they offer. Just compare them and see which one might be the best for you. Anyway, that's how credit cards work in Canada. But I want to know, What are you going to buy first with your credit card? Hopefully not $1,000 shoes. That might be a waste of money. Anyway, let me know down in the comments what you would buy, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.